Bump, set, spike. It's that simple, right? Prepare to be proved wrong as the nets have been hung and tightened, the balls have been inflated, and the hard work and preparation for Caribou County's 2016 version of high school volleyball is finally here. For the Cardinals, Grizzlies, and Cowgirls, the season last year was disappointing, with no team able to achieve the goal of a run to the state championship. But this season, each team has grown and will be looking to make the extra climb to reach the top, and KBRV 800 The Bear is going to be there every step of the way. Local volleyball is being brought to you on The Bear by
Monsanto, Hunsaker Ford, Silver Star Communications, and by MyLocalRadio.com.
Now, buckle your seatbelts and prepare to join one of the fastest sports in Idaho at the high school level as Soda Springs, Grace, and North Gem take to the court under the watchful eye of your voice for Caribou County, Caleb Burgraff. It's time for volleyball on your home for all things Caribou County, KBRV 800 The Bear, and online with live video streaming at MyLocalRadio.com.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to another night of volleyball action on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at MyLocalRadio.com. I am Caleb Burgraff here live from Grace High School as it's the battle for county bragging rights between the Cardinals and the Lady Grizz from Grace in what should be a fantastic matchup between these two teams. Grace riding the heels of a 3-game winning streak. They are 6-4 on the season. For Soda Springs, they're 1-0 officially on the season, but have not played a match in over a week and a half. This is their first time on the court since the South Fremont Icebreaker tournament back in early or mid-August. This will be a good test for both of these two teams. We have plenty more coming up on the pregame show as we're going to sit down and talk with Deseret Crandall, a senior at Grace High School, as our standout student. We'll also be sitting down with Katie Sims from the Soda Springs volleyball team and Shelby Stoddard from the Grace volleyball team. Plenty more coming up here on this edition of Caribou County Volleyball on KBRV 800 The Bear with live streaming video and audio at MyLocalRadio.com.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Here's a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 8th through the 14th in Soda Springs. We start off with 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef for $2.99 a pound. You can also grab yourself fresh, large Honeycrisp apples for $2.88 a pound, or blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries at $1.88 a package. Wrap it all up with dessert with Tillamook 56-ounce select varieties of ice cream for $3.99. That's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
Welcome back out to Grace High School on KBRV 800 The Bear, as well as online with live video streaming at MyLocalRadio.com as the Grizzlies of Grace High School get set to take on the Soda Springs Cardinals in a matchup that brings the battle of these two together. Last year it was a 3-2 set victory for the Soda Springs Cardinals over the Grizzlies. This year, the Grizzlies looking to try and defend their home court and come away with a victory to knock off the Cardinals from their title of the best in the county. We have a lot more coming up on the pregame show, but before we get into that, we're going to sit down and talk with our standout student. That is senior Deseret Crandall from Grace High School. She joins us right now on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at MyLocalRadio.com.
Standout student from Grace High School, Deseret Crandall, is joining us. And Deseret, you're a senior. It's finally here, the final year of high school. What's the senior year been like so far, obviously early, and what are you expecting from this year?
So far, it's been really good, except for it's been slow, but I know that things will pick up and it will be a great year.
What are you looking forward to this year, classes-wise or just extracurricular-wise, that you're doing around here?
I'm been looking forward to getting more knowledge in classes that will help me get prepared for college. And I've set many goals to help me progress in school and in swimming this year, so we'll see how it goes.
We'll talk a little bit more about swimming after this, or after a couple more questions, but talking about classes, you're taking a lot of gen eds, but you're in a couple of classes that are more focused on what you want to go into the future as well as for fun. Talk about both of those, both serendipity as well as the nursing terminology class you're taking.
I know that medical terminology will be a tough class. It will kick my butt, but I'm going to study hard for it, and I know that it will help me get prepared for being a neonatal nurse and what I want to do, and it will help me to work hard so that I can push myself in all my other classes so that when I get to college, I can have an idea of some hard classes.
What about serendipity? I know that you've been a part of that for several years now. What do you take that class for, I guess the best way to say it?
I love music, and from the school I went before, it wasn't something that really made me happy, but coming to see people, how they were in serendipity, they looked like they had so much fun, and I wanted to be a part of it, and ever since I started it, it's been really fun, and I love singing, and it's brought a great joy.
You like singing, but you also are one of the swimmers on the Caribou County swimming team. Talk about what that's been like and what drew you into swimming as a sport.
Starting out the first swim meet this year, it taught me a lot about how harder I need to work at practice and things that I need to work on. There's a lot of competition out there, which is good, so that I can see what I need to work on at practice so that when I get to the meets, I can push myself so that when districts comes, that I can put myself in the tops for when state comes, I can have a good position to race against good people.
Are you excited for state this year, knowing that's your final year?
I am super excited. I know since last year I set a goal that I wanted to be in the at least top 4 or 5, somewhere around there in the 100 breaststroke. And I feel that I have a lot of confidence in my breaststroke this year. I've started off with some good times, and I know that I can keep dropping time.
After high school, it's still a year off in the future, but it's never too early to start looking. You said that going into the nursing field, the neonatal nursing side of things is what you want to do. What made that the field that you want to go into, and how excited are you about being able to start on that career?
I remember when one of my nephews was born, he was born prematurely, and going to see him in the NICU, just being around the little children, it made me want to do that and help them to become their potential and what they want to do. And I know it's going to be a hard journey, and a lot of hard stuff will be along the way, but I know that it's what I want to do, so I'll just have to push along.
Well, it's definitely going to be a fantastic career. I can see you have a passion for it right now, and hopefully we'll wish you the best of luck on that, and the best luck with your swimming, and also the best luck with your high school career. Thank you so much for talking with us, Deseret.
Yep, thank you.
That was senior Deseret Crandall from Grace High School, as she is definitely going to be someone to watch in the pool this year, as well as someone to watch in her future. Again, bright things for her if she continues on that path of trying hard. That's why we try to praise some of those students in our Standout Students section. After this, though, we're going to get back into the action. We're going to talk with two of the stars of these two teams, as Katie Sims from the Soda Springs volleyball team and Shelby Stoddard from the Grace volleyball team will be joining us next on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
In the aftermath of a disaster, victims want to get their lives back in order as soon as possible. But if your home has been damaged, the last thing you want is someone taking advantage of you. Contractors who show up right after a storm may be fraudsters, out to make a quick buck off of your insurance claim. They'll promise anything as long as they can get you to sign a contract and hand over a payment. Know who you're dealing with, and remember, if you didn't request it, reject it. To report fraud, call us at 1-800-TEL-NICB, a public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college.
There's the library.
But she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Check out my new time machine.
Does it work?
Hit the button.
Hey, it's Napoleon.
Oui. Check out the future.
Hey, you have a nice house. Why don't I?
You didn't save any money, buddy.
If only there was a way I could go back in time and fix that.
Yeah.
Save something for the future. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to Grace High School, the home of the Grizzlies. We're about 9.5 minutes away from starting lineups and the national anthem at the home of the Grizzlies. We have a couple more interviews to get to. Katie Sims joins us now on the pregame show on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Caleb Burgraff joined here with Katie Sims from the Soda Springs volleyball team. And Katie, it's your second go-around now as a sophomore on the team. What are your thoughts going into this season and into the real heart of the season as one of the girls who's going to be looked at as one of the big outside hitters?
We have a great team. We have a lot more potential than we did last year. We have a great work ethic, and as a team we can put some great play out on the court.
This week, the schedule really worked out in your favor. You guys had a couple of matches up at the beginning of it with the Kemmerer match for some confidence, and then the South Fremont tournament in order to give you guys some look at what you needed to improve, and then a week and a half to really work on some things. How big has that week and a half been in just practicing and getting things together again?
This week and a half has given us a lot of time to work on some things that we don't normally see in practice that just come out in games, and I think we've worked a lot on those things and we'll be better and improved when we go out next time.
With not necessarily losing a lot of key girls from last year's team, how much does it help in bringing back almost everybody to this year, plus having a coach now for a second season?
Well, we still have those relationships from last year's team. We still have things that were there last year that we can continue to improve on, and we can just build on with the new things this year.
How's chemistry as far as the passing going for this team right now? Because I know that's something that's really important when it comes to volleyball, not being selfish, but also working with the setter to know who's the best hitter for each opportunity.
We know each other well, we know our skills well, and as a team can put the ball where it needs to go, and we know who can do that for us on our team.
This week you guys get some really tough matchups. Grace first, a team that right now is 6-4 and has played a lot of schools bigger than them, and also a little bit of a rivalry match when it comes to that. Are you excited for that match, and are you excited to try and defend the fact you guys beat them in 5 sets last year?
I am so excited for that set, or that match. I think that we've improved so much, and they have too, and it'll be a really great match for us, and we'll see how it goes.
After that, Marsh Valley, another semi-rivalry matchup, Battle of the Birds, you could say, as they come over to here to play against you guys in the first home match against an Idaho school. What are you expecting from a 3A school, and what do you guys want to learn from that match?
I think what we're expecting is some good competition, and I think that what we're going to do is we're going to go out and we're going to play our best, and we're going to leave everything out on the court.
We'll wrap it up with this, and that's just looking ahead at even one more. That's the West Jefferson tournament coming up. Guaranteed 4 matches in that tournament. What do tournaments mean to you as a player when it comes to building up the team?
I think tournaments are really important for a team because when you get out there and during the end of the tournament you're tired and your skills are running low, but that's when you really need to push as a team and keep each other up and keep communicating and just keep working together.
Well, Katie, I appreciate you taking the time to sit down and talk, or stand and talk as it were, and we'll look forward to watching some great volleyball from Soda Springs this week.
Thank you.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno-flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone. Food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Kayla Burgraff joined here with Shelby Stoddard from the Grace volleyball team. And Shelby, you guys are riding a little bit of a high right now. You've won your last 3 matches, and you're in a little bit of a winning streak. What does that feel like for you as one of the leaders on this team and also one of the setters on this team?
It's a great feeling. Seeing my team come together and play as a team instead of individuals is great. On and off the court, we're getting along, and I think we're doing pretty well.
One of the fun things I think that I've seen from this team and the limited chances I've gotten to watch is last year and the last couple of years, you've been the main setter on the team, but this year there are other players that really have stepped up into that setting role as well whenever the serves are hit to you or shots are hit to you. What's that like for you? Does that take pressure off of you knowing there's others to step into that setting role?
Oh man, that is a great feeling. Being able to trust all of the other 5 players on the court is great. Whenever I take the first ball, I know that everyone's going to be communicating well and be able to execute the offense still. And it's a great feeling as a leader to know that we've been able to come this far to get to this level.
You guys, we talked about it, have been on a winning streak lately, and the last win's a tri-match over at Marsh Valley against Marsh Valley and Westside. What was that like to come away with 2 wins against 2 very good volleyball programs?
It was great. We came out with the 2 wins, but we also know that we have a lot of improvements to make still. At times we got down on ourselves and we started playing as individuals, so we still have room for improvement, but it was a great feeling.
You guys are one of the louder teams in the county when it comes to talking with each other. What does that do as a team when you have that confidence and have the ability to talk with each other and be vocal with each other to the point where the other team has trouble hearing themselves in some cases?
It definitely gives us a little bit of an advantage when we are communicating because it makes it more of a mental game for your opponents. And when you're communicating and doing everything that you need to on your side of the court, then things run smoother. As a setter and everything, it's always nice when you know where your hitter is or when you know like your passer is going to get it right to you because she's talking to you. And like our libero is great at talking. She really is the center of our communication on the court, and knowing that not one person has to take care of it all, that she's reminding everyone, it's great.
This week you guys have another couple of tests. Soda Springs coming in. We'll start off with that one. You lost to them in 5 sets last year at Soda. How important is it going to be for you guys to get this win mentally and emotionally in order to come away with a little bit of a revenge match?
That last time we played Soda definitely left us all a little frustrated, but it was still a great game, and I know that this year that we're going to bring it again and that we've improved quite a bit, and that as long as we come together as a team and we really communicate and we work well together, that it will be a good match. And I think that the overall win we kind of can't look forward to. We just need to take it set by set and we'll be able to execute what we need.
This weekend, you also have the West Jefferson tournament coming up. It'll be your second tournament of the season. What are you looking for from this tournament, and what's going to be different about this one?
We've never actually been to this West Jefferson tournament quite yet, so I'm not quite sure about the level of competition we're going to have there and everything, but with every tournament you go into, you just look to improve as a team, and just getting those lots of volleyball reps in a weekend is great, and so we're just going to look for room for improvement.
Shelby, I appreciate you taking the time to talk. Good luck as you guys move into this week, and hopefully we'll be talking about some wins for the Grace Grizzlies.
Thank you.
That was Shelby Stoddard with the Grace Grizzly volleyball team. Their main setter, she does split the duties a little bit with Shay Donaldson, but Shelby Stoddard will be the majority person when it comes to taking those sets. We're kind of inching our way towards the start of this match. The national anthem as well as starting lineups are coming up in just a moment. While we're here, let's remind you of the sponsors of this match. The Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard is one of our proud sponsors at Caribou Memorial Hospital. Their friendly and qualified staff truly care about their patients and the community. You can rest at ease knowing you will be receiving the best care possible close to home. Also, keep an eye out for your set of the game, brought to you by Stoddard Farms in Grace. That reminds you that September means potato time. Not sure if you need russets, reds, or Yukons? Visit their website at stoddardfarms.com and follow the link to learn which variety is best for your needs. Your block of the game is also brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier has all of your prescription needs. While you're there, visit their gift shop for the perfect surprise for that special someone. Bear Lake Drug, the small town pharmacy that gives you world-class service. We'll take one more break. When we come back, starting lineups will be on the other side of this competition on the way on KVRV 800 The Bear with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
When you're 15 and pregnant, all the stuff just goes through your mind. You're his mom. You're supposed to be the one taking care of him and raising him, but you can't do it without support. I wanted to give him a better life. When I found out I was pregnant, I don't know, just a light hit me in my heart, just saying adoption.
For more information, go to ichooseadoption.org.
I'm Miranda and I chose adoption.
Okay, forest animals, kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow, have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. River, how's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man.
I love it. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. Okay. Squirrel.
The forest has been preparing just for you. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Oh, hi. Right now, I'm getting a remarkably heartfelt bear hug from Smokey Bear. Thanks, big guy. Now, if you could let me down. See, I made sure there were no low-hanging branches when I set up my campfire. And before we left, I drowned out my campfire, stirred it, drowned it out again, then made sure it was cold. Visit SmokeyBear.com to learn tips to prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back out to Grace High School. The national anthem just played, and the crowd here at Grace High School singing along to the national anthem, a tradition that is well known here at the high school. That gives us a chance now to jump into our starting lineups for these two squads as the Cardinals and the Grizzlies get set to resume their in-county rivalry. They are just separated by about 10 miles. Down the Highway 30 and down into the southern parts of Caribou County. We'll start off with the starting lineups brought to you by Mountain View Dental. At Mountain View Dental, they provide general and cosmetic dentistry for the whole family. Good luck to the Cardinals and the Grizzlies from Dr. Walker and his staff. For the Soda Springs Cardinals, we'll start out with them as the road team. Number 1, Katie Franson, the senior, leads the way. She's followed by fellow senior Kaylin Lewis. Sophomore setter Reagan Yamauchi will be the main person to focus on the offensive side. Katie Sims is the outside hitter, as another sophomore, Haley Ledbetter, will be the other outside hitter for the Cardinals as the outside hitter on the back row to start things off. She is a junior, and Lexi Patterson wraps things up for the Soda Springs Cardinals as the big middle blocker for Soda Springs. Taylor Myers will be the libero for the Cardinals, wearing the black uniform top with the black spandex below. Cardinals wearing their red uniform tops, white numbers with a red and white collar and white trim down the sides and black spandex all along. As for the Grace Grizzlies, they are going to be led off by junior transfer Shay Donaldson. Oakley Jensen follows her with Janessa Rigby, the senior outside hitter, on the front line. Kylie Painter will be starting in the back row as the only freshman on the varsity this year for the Lady Grizzlies, standing at about 5'9". Brenna Matthews will be the libero. Shelby Stoddard and Braley Wood wrap things up, with Stoddard being the main setter, and Braley Wood will be the middle up front for the Grace Grizzlies. That's your starting lineup, once again brought to you by Mountain View Dental. And Mountain View Dental, they provide general and cosmetic dentistry for the whole family. Good luck to the Cardinals and Grizzlies from Dr. Walker and his staff. Grizzlies will be wearing their gray, normally road uniforms with Grace written across the back in red, outlined in white, numbers in red and white as well. Libero will be wearing the red uniform with the long sleeves. The gray uniforms have the short sleeves. For the Cardinals, they have the cutoff sleeves just past the shoulders. And with the red uniform tops, as I said, on the road here at Grace, trying to throw Grace off a little bit with those uniform tops. Officials will be looking and making sure each side knows what they have in front of them. And with that, we'll remind you, this first set brought to you by Sanders Furniture and Appliance, where they are continuing their Labor Day sale. They're offering rebates galore on Lazy Boy recliners this month. Sanders Furniture and Appliance, making your house a home. Shelby Stoddard will be the starting server for the Grace Grizzlies, and as the home team, I believe they will be with the opening serve. Reagan Yamauchi will be the opening server for the Cardinals when they have the ball, and the official will toss it over to the right side of the court where the Grizzlies stand. Stoddard will line up in the painted area of the basketball court, and we are ready for action as the junior will run up and right to left, lines one to the back row of the Cardinals. It'll be Franson to Yamauchi, hit across, and Ledbetter can't get it to drop. Donaldson will set it to the near side where Rigby hits one into the net, and the hitting error for Janessa Rigby gets things started off on the wrong foot for the Grizzlies as they look to defend their home court against the Cardinals. 1-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard after the opening serve, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. It'll be Ledbetter to serve things across for the Cardinals. Good serve, and that's going to end up dropping as the Grizzlies could not get it back over the net. A tough chance for Brenna Matthews to try and get it to a teammate. The pass not necessarily clean, and it drops into the net as Janessa Rigby couldn't get the third hit over. Ledbetter with another serve. This one into the net, and Haley Ledbetter gives the ball back over to the Grizzlies, and it's 2-1. Cardinals up on top of Grace. Sends Janessa Rigby to serve. She'll line one back row. Bumped up by Katie Franson. It'll be Yamauchi to the back row where Haley Ledbetter powers one across, dug back across, and the free ball will be set back to the Cardinals. Ledbetter passes it to the middle of the court. Yamauchi sets this one up for Patterson, long off the back row. Lexi Patterson comes up just a little bit long. It wasn't on the net, though, so her approach was a little bit off. 2-2, the score sits on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Rigby again runs up to serve, lines to the back row. Patterson to Yamauchi, sets it to the far side where Katie Sims has to free one back row. It was going out, played back in by Matthews, though, and it'll be the Grizzlies with the free ball back to the Cardinals. Yamauchi sets this one far side. Sims comes up off the block at the net, kept alive, and Patterson will free this one over. Bumped by Donaldson, set up for the new big girl as that one is the middle. Braley Wood hitting it long off the back line of the Cardinals. Wood did come up with the block of Sims on the far side, but the point will go to the Cardinals. They lead 3-2. Coming up is Kaylin Lewis, and the senior will line one back row. Stoddard has trouble with it, bangs it off the ceiling. The Grizzlies will once again be forced to free it across. Ledbetter to Yamauchi, sets up Sims on the far side, back row corner. Stoddard again has trouble with it, and that one goes down as Katie Sims comes up with her first kill of the night. Yamauchi gets her first assist, and Soda Springs doubles up the Grizzlies early on in set number 1. 4-2, and it'll be Lewis again to serve. Dug back over to the Cardinals side, but Sims tips it, and it's outside of the blue line on the far side of the court. And the Cardinals, with the mental miscue by Katie Sims, will give the ball back over to Grace. 4-3 the score goes. Woods to serve. Lines one up and short, just in front of a diving Lexi Patterson. Braley Wood put a little bit of a screwball across the net, something that the Cardinals weren't ready for, and it ties the match up at 4-4. Wood again to serve, sends one across. Ledbetter, good pass up ahead to Yamauchi, into the middle. Sims tries to fling one to the back line. Played up ahead to Stoddard. She'll back set this one for Donaldson off the block. Popped up for Franson to set a back row attempt from Ledbetter, who frees one back to Stoddard. Donaldson, another chance to set this one into the middle. Painter goes just long on the back line. Kylie Painter had the right idea, but could not get it to fall inside the blue lines here at Grace High High School, and it goes to 5-4 now on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard in favor of the Cardinals as Patterson serves. Line drive to the back row. Donaldson sets this to the middle. Janessa Rigby runs up, but hits it right to Ledbetter. Pass into the middle. Franson set up on the far sideline. Katie Franson targeted the far side just 2 feet past the 3-meter line and drops it down as Yamauchi gets her second set assist. 6-4 the score now in the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Cardinals match their biggest lead at 2. Patterson will skip up, lines one back row. Popped up into there, back to the Cardinals side. It'll be Lewis setting it over towards Sims, who drops one back row, but right there Matthews. Stoddard back to the near side, off of the block at the net. Go the Grizzlies, they'll free it back over to Soda. On the far side, it'll be Franson to drop one onto the back row, but Matthews there again. Back set to Donaldson. She goes long, couldn't get a quick run up, and the point will go to Soda Springs on Shea Donaldson's first hitting error of this match. 4 hitting errors against the Grace Grizzlies so far, and a 7-4 lead for Soda Springs. Lexi Patterson to serve again. She'll skip up, fires one back row on the right side. Stoddard goes over, tries to pass this one to Matthews, and she didn't communicate well with Donaldson. Wasn't sure which one to take it. It goes as an ace on the miscommunication for Lexi Patterson, her first of the match. Lexi will again run up the senior middle, drops one short. Stoddard bumps this one to Donaldson. She'll pass it to the middle, and Rigby will free one across. Franson goes to Yamauchi, sets far side as Sims goes off the block. Right there, though, Stoddard passes this to Donaldson, freed back across by Oakley Jensen. Yamauchi has another chance to set up. Sims, who goes cross court to the right side. And Katie Sims gets her second kill of the match. She's 2 for 3 on attempts. And the Cardinals on a 5-point run, 9-4 they lead. 4 straight serves have found points for the Cardinals by Lexi Patterson. See if she can continue the run. Going left to right again. Serves it towards Stoddard. Tipped across the net by Donaldson as the Cardinals will have another chance, and Sims tries to drop one down. Stoddard sends this one towards the crowd, and an attempt to save it comes from Donaldson as she dives into the crowd towards some fans in the front row, and the Cardinals will come across with 6 points now on a run that gives them a 10-4 lead over the Grace Grizzlies. The Cardinals playing fantastic volleyball here in the start of set number 1. 10-4 they lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Another kill will give that one to Katie Sims, and another assist for Reagan Yamauchi as she has 4 assists so far. Grizzlies a little bit on their back heels right now in this match from a Soda Springs team that has come out with plenty of fire, and this is something that you weren't sure what Soda was going to do coming out early on in this match because they have had such a long layoff, only almost 2 weeks for playing a competitive match, and sometimes that can give you a hangover. That has not been the case, though, as they have a 6-point lead, and also their strategy has been sending the ball right to Shelby Stoddard in the back row on every serve when they have the chance to, which has forced Shades Donaldson to take over that role. It'll be Patterson once again to serve left to right with a 6-point advantage, and she serves it into the net, sending it short, and the error gives the point back over to the Grizzlies, being doubled up, though, in the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, 10-5. Donaldson moves to the back row, and she'll now line one into the back row of the Cardinals. It'll be Yamauchi to the far side, where Franson overthinks the shot, tries to spin it down in front of the net, and ends up hitting it into the net for her first hitting error of the match. 10-6, 4-point edge for the Cardinals over Grace. As running up now, Donaldson will line one back row. Ledbetter, bad pass as Yamauchi keeps it alive, and now it'll be Ledbetter to free one back line. It'll be Stoddard tipping one across, bumped into the air by Ledbetter. Now Yamauchi returns the favor, but Donaldson right there. Stoddard comes back to the near side. Oakley Jensen frees one into the back row, but the Cardinals recover for it. Sims with a chance, tips it off the block into the net, and the scramble works out in favor of the Grizzlies. Ledbetter now at the set attempt as Caitlin Lewis will do a reverse free ball. Jensen gets it to Stoddard on the near side. Now Oakley comes up, or no, that is, Shawnee Sherwood going to the far side corner, and the point will go to the Cardinals as that one is off the line. Shawnee Sherwood couldn't sharpshoot the lines. 11-6 now, back to a 5-point lead for Soda. Across the line it goes, and another ace is going to go as Katie Sims targeting the back line and going right at Brenna Matthews, who was on her back heels. Couldn't get the ball into the air, and Soda Springs goes back up by 6, matching their biggest lead. It's 12-6, and Sims to serve again. The sophomore one of the 3 Cardinals who played club volleyball this year, serves it over to the far side. Donaldson passes to Stoddard. Back row attempt for Donaldson. Goes to the near side, but too long by 3 feet. And Shea once again cannot find the inside of the lines. It's a 13-6 lead for Soda Springs. Up by 7 on Grace. And I think right now the Cardinals sending a message early on in this match. Can they keep it up, though? Sims will serve one short. Brenna Matthews to Stoddard. She'll come near side as Janessa Rigby into the net, into the block. And Katie Franson comes up either way and says that one's not going to get through as the error goes to Janessa Rigby. And it's 14-6 now, an 8-point edge for Soda Springs. It'll be Katie Sims to serve. Over to the far side. Shea Donaldson goes to Stoddard. She'll pass near side, and it'll be freed over and across the net. Kaylin Lewis for the Cardinals gives to Yamauchi. She'll bump it back into the court, and Sims will free one across. Matthews to Stoddard. Into the middle of the court coming up as hitting it down is Painter. Can't find the hardwood. Cardinals go to the far side where Ledbetter mistimes her jump, hits it into the net, and turns the ball back over to the Lady Grizzlies of Grace. Haley, her first hitting attempt for a kill from the front line, goes as her first error. 14-7, Cardinals on top. Grace serves it across. Yamauchi goes into the middle where Sims comes from the back line, sends it long. Katie Sims can't keep it inside the lines and comes up with her second hitting error. That goes along with 3 kills. 14-8 now on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. 6-point edge. Ball bumped forward. Yamauchi sets this far side as Ledbetter will tip one short. Pumped back across to the Cardinal side where they have another chance. Haley set up again. Goes back line. That one's long. And the Cardinals will get the point. They'll say tipped at the net. So Soda Springs will get the point on Haley Ledbetter's kill. Officials coming up from the up judge and announcing that one was tipped by the Grizzlies. 7-point edge for Soda Springs. Reagan Yamauchi moves to the back line. She'll serve. Lines one short. Bumped up by Donaldson. Misplayed by Donaldson in the back line. Off to her right. Hits the deck in front of the bleachers. And the Grizzlies down by 8 once again to the Cardinals on Yamauchi's first ace. The third ace of the match now for Soda Springs. Ball served over. Donaldson passes to the back row. Shelby Stoddard with a long run to get to it. Tips the net, but Cardinals right there. It'll be Sims coming up. Lining one back line. Just a hair long off of the back line. Katie Sims, good targeting, but could not quite find the blue, and it goes to a 6-point lead for the Cardinals. 15-9 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Ball served over. Sims into the air. Finds Yamauchi. She'll find Franson on the near side. Hits it into the top of the net. That one drops down to the hardwood. Scoreboard here says 16-10. I believe that's off by 1 as Franson comes up with her second error. 16-10 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Brenda Matthews to serve. Short serve, dug out by Sims. Clean pass net, tipped over by Yamauchi. Dug back over to the Cardinals side, and it's Ledbetter coming up to the net to tip it across for her second kill of the match, and it's now 17-10. Cardinals up by 7 as Lexi Patterson will check back into the match for the libero. Ball served across. Brenna Matthews comes near side where Janessa Rigby frees it back row. Good pass up to the middle of the court. Yamauchi sets it far side. Ledbetter comes off the block. Dug out though by Sherwood. Bumped into the back row where Sherwood hits it into the net after the pass from Braley Wood. Shawnee Sherwood with her second error. So far, the Grizzlies 0 kills in the first set, and it's showing on the scoreboard. They trail 18-10. The Cardinals, on the other hand, have been working the offense well to the tune of 6 kills as Katie Franson will serve it across. Dug out by Sherwood, tipped across the net, popped up into the air by Lexi Patterson, but the lift is going to be called on Lexi, and that will be her second error of the match. 18-11. 7-point lead still for Soda Springs over Grace. As Shelby Stoddard will get the serve for the second time. Lines one short. Ledbetter passes it up to Yamauchi. She'll go far side. Patterson hits the ball off the fingertips and ends up with back-to-back. I think Grace start to climb their way back in. Down 6. 18-12 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And Shelby Stoddard again to serve. The junior skipped over to the right side. Nobody there for the Grizzlies. Hits against the up judge's post, and it's an ace for Haley Ledbetter, her first and the fourth for Soda Springs. 20-12, back to an 8-point edge for the Cardinals. The Redbirds in their red uniforms will watch as their junior runs up, lines one to the near side. Off the line, very close to making it into the corner. The line judge says out, and that will be a service error for Haley Ledbetter, her second of the match. 13-20. Grace with the serve, down by 7. We'll see Janessa Rigby running jump serve, sends it back row. Ledbetter to the far side. Yamauchi, fantastic scramble to get the pass to Sims, who frees one across. It'll be Stoddard to the near side. Sherwood comes up, goes off the back line. Too strong once again. Shawnee Sherwood, 3 errors so far in this first set, and it's a 21-13 lead for the Soda Springs Cardinals, back up by 8. Substitutions will check in. Janessa Rigby will check out, and coming in for her is Brianna Hill. Also checking into the game is going to blocked at the net by Lexi Patterson. Her first block of this match. She had 5 the last time these two teams played last year, and that gives the Cardinals a 9-point edge over the Grace Grizzlies. 22-13, a 9-point lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as Bartholomew serves one into the net for the Cardinals' 4th service error of this match. That's been where they need to work on focusing improvement in this match. 4 service errors to none by the Grizzlies. It'll be Wood to serve as the big middle lines one to the back row. Patterson into the air, sends this one to the far side, and miscommunications as Katie Sims passed it over to the left side of the court on the Cardinals side, and nobody there to hit it. Drops down for a mistake. 22-15, back within 7 of the Grizzlies. Ball served over. Yamauchi dumps one across, played up by Sherwood. Stoddard dumps one back to the other side, and Shelby Stoddard comes up with the first kill on a trick play into the middle of the Cardinals defense. Nobody responded, and it's a 6-point edge now for the Cardinals. Grace with 3 straight points. Wood again to serve. Into the net it goes. Braylee Wood had the only ace for the Grizzlies. Now she has the only service error for the Grizzlies, and the Cardinals are 2 points away from closing out the first set. Sends Lexi Patterson into the back line. She'll bounce the ball several times before looking over, skips up, and sends one into the net herself. Looks up at the sky and groans as she will check out. No, she'll stay in, and Taylor Myers will check out as the libero will take a seat on the bench. To serve for the Grizzlies will be Shea Donaldson as she'll run up, lines one across to the back row of the Cardinals once again. Yamauchi into the air, good set for Sims, goes off the block, spins it to the left side in front of Shea Donaldson, and Katie Sims gets her 4th kill of this match. 6 set assists now for Reagan Yamauchi in the first set. Set point 24-17 for the Cardinals. They have 7 opportunities to close this one out. Katie Sims lines one back row. Brenda Matthews up ahead to Stoddard. She'll set up. Painter blocked at the net, but bumped back over to the Cardinal side. Now pass back over to the Grizzlies side. They'll see Stoddard free one across where it'll be Taylor Myers lining one to the back row, and Ledbetter gets the set coming from Yamauchi, powers it onto the back line. Haley Ledbetter with her 3rd kill closes it out. 25-17. Soda Springs on the way towards a victory if they can get 2 more over the Grace Grizzlies on their own home court. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll bring you set number 2. The first set being brought to you by Sanders Furniture. Come to Sanders Furniture and Appliance, where they're continuing their Labor Day sale and offering rebates galore on their Lazy Boy recliners all this month. Sanders Furniture and Appliance, making your house a home. Back with more on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. Here's a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 8th through the 14th in Soda Springs. We start off with 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef for $2.99 a pound. You can also grab yourself fresh, large Honeycrisp apples for $2.88 a pound, or blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries at $1.88 a package. Wrap it all up with dessert with Tillamook 56-ounce select varieties of ice cream for $3.99. That's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
Imagine a mining company who nurtures butterflies. At Monsanto, we plant wildflower seeds on recently mined land. The flowers support a thriving butterfly population, which then feeds small birds, who are in turn hunted by eagles and hawks. By paying attention to nature's detail, Monsanto sustains a broader ecosystem. That's one reason why 6 federal and state agencies have honored us with their highest award for excellence in annual operations. Monsanto. Imagine.
Welcome back out to Grace High School as the Soda Springs Cardinals take set number 1, 25-17. For the Grace Grizzlies, only 1 offensive point from past the serve. That came from Shelby Stoddard on a little dump late in that match. After that, though, it was really a struggle for them to do anything. 10 hitting errors giving the Cardinals points, as well as 1 service error for the Cardinals. They had some errors early, but hitters like Katie Sims and Haley Ledbetter really stepped up to lead the way for them as they came away with 7 of the 8 kills for the Cardinals. 7 assists for Reagan Yamauchi as well. She's done a very good job, and 4 aces. The Cardinals really firing on all cylinders in the early going of this match and looking to continue that here in set number 2 when they will have the serve. The second set and the opening serve of the second set being brought to you by Bear Lake Drug, where they have everything you need to get better quick. They also carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. Give them a call at 847-1421. Two sides will be out there. Same starters for each team so far, as Shawnee Sherwood actually will replace Oakley Jensen on the back line for the Grizzlies. She was one who was a little bit of a shock in that first set as she struggled with the serves, or with her hitting, 3 hitting errors, but not hitting the ball poorly, just hitting the ball long off of the back line. For the Cardinals, I think one thing that they're going to continue doing, and you'll see how the Grace Grizzlies adjust to this, is the serves continuing to go to Shelby Stoddard. We'll see if they try to cover her up in that back line here in set number 2 and moving forward, as there was some struggles for Shea Donaldson in that set, but the passing to Donaldson was not necessarily the best either. So we'll see how those struggles in the back line continue to move on for the Grace Grizzlies. It'll be Ledbetter to serve for the Cardinals to open up the second set. And the Grace Grizzlies will set one to Stoddard. Wood tries to pound one down, goes to her left, drops it in front of a diving Reagan Yamauchi, and the early point goes to the Grace Grizzlies. They lead 1-0 in set number 2, being brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. Shelby Stoddard will move to the back line to serve once again as the junior will look across. Runs up, and the right-handed serve goes to the near side. Patterson passes it to the far side. Yamauchi avoids the net, and the ball passed across by Franson. Stoddard up to Donaldson. She'll free one to the middle, but Franson right there for the Cardinals. Yamauchi gets this one to Patterson, tips it across. Oakley Jensen right there. Stoddard goes back line. Ledbetter gets it up to Yamauchi to Patterson. Back row try, dug out by Matthews. Stoddard again goes to Sherwood. This time back line off Yamauchi's hands and down. Shawnee Sherwood with the kill. Stoddard assist sets her up. That's Shelby's first assist of the match. Second assist after setting up Wood on the first one. And it's 2-0. Grace on top early. Shelby Stoddard to look to continue it now. She runs up, sends one high and short. Popped by Yamauchi, dug back into the back line and freed over by Ledbetter. Grizzlies have a chance as Stoddard sets it middle. Wood comes up, goes back line. Ledbetter right there. Yamauchi back sets this one, and it'll be hit into the net by Katie Sims, as that will be a poor start to this set for her. But 4 errors and 4 hitting or kills, not the worst numbers for a hitter for the Cardinals right now. 3-0. Grizzlies on top on an early run by Shelby Stoddard. Lines one back row. Patterson, good pass up ahead to Yamauchi. Sims goes to the back line. Oakley Jensen there though. Stoddard sets it far side again. It'll be a tip into the block. Shawnee Sherwood denied at the net by Lexi Patterson for her second block of the match. Lexi a wall at the net when she is quick enough to move to those, and she does have some of the quickest feet on the Cardinals side. 3-1, they have the serve as Kaylin Lewis will line it back row. Bumped up by Jensen. Sherwood sets it to the middle, and it'll be back set over the net by Stoddard. Yamauchi another chance, clean pass to her, sets up Patterson, tries to drop one in front of Stoddard. Good dig up into the air. Sherwood another chance. She goes long off the back line, and it's 3-2. The Cardinals answering right back with 2 straight points of their own. Lewis goes back to serve once again. Tosses the ball up for the running short jump serve, bumped up into the air and dug long to the Cardinals side. Out of play. It was Shea Donaldson coming up to try and dig it out, but a good serve by Kaylin Lewis gets her the ace, and it's now 3-3. Lewis again tries for the short serve, drops it into the net, and so many times this is the case for the Cardinals and some of the local teams outside of Soda Springs, as they get an ace, then an error, and it's 4-3 Grizzlies on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Shawnee Sherwood again to serve. Lines this one into the net to return the favor. That's her 5th total error, first service error of this set for the Grizzlies. And Taylor Myers will check in for Lexi Patterson to serve in the back row. A little bit of a mix-up here as Patterson had been serving, as Myers will run up. She sends one near side. Good spin on it. Dug out and popped back to the Cardinals. They'll see Taylor Myers set it to the front row, or Yamauchi will bump one across. Stoddard gives to Donaldson. She'll set it into the middle. Wood tries to go back line, but right there is Ledbetter. Good pass up into the air. Gives a chance for Myers from the back row. Dug out by Sherwood for the Grizzlies. Far side, Oakley Jensen into the net it goes. Had a good run up, but mistimed her swing. And on the first attempt for Oakley Jensen, she hits it into the net for her first error. And the Cardinals have their first lead of the second set, 5-4. Taylor Myers again to serve. She'll run up, lines one, back line off of Shelby Stoddard. A hard serve that was a little bit of a change of pace from her first one. Stoddard couldn't get into the air, and now it's a ace for Taylor Myers on her second serve of the night. 6-4, and Myers goes back to serve once again. Wearing the black libero jersey, tries for another hard serve, sends it into the net, and another ace and error package for the Cardinals to give it back to the Grizzlies. Soda Springs did build up on their lead, though. It's now 6-5 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard with Braylee Wood to serve. She'll run up, lines one short, dug forward and across the net back to the Grizzlies side, but Oakley Jensen again mistimes her hit, trying to power it down to the Cardinals side of the court, and it's back to Soda Springs for the serve with Katie Sims back to do the serving. Jensen will check out as Janessa Rigby will move on to the front line for the Grace Grizzlies. 7-5, Cardinals up with the serve. Katie Sims trying to build on the offense, lines one back row. Stoddard, clean pass into the air, pass to the far side. It'll be Rigby going long off the back line. Good idea, trying to go cross court. There was a hole in the court there, but Rigby could not find the inside of the blue lines once again. She's 0 for 3. It'll be Sims once again to serve it across, bumped up into the air by Matthews. Pass by Donaldson to Rigby, and a free ball comes across. Myers part in the right spot, gives it to Yamauchi. Yamauchi led better, tipped at the net. Sherwood, good dig into the air, gets it to Rigby, who tries to go backline herself. Popped into the air by the Cardinals, and a diving try by Taylor Myers. Can't pass it up into the air. A good kill from the far side by Rigby gets her first of the night, and Shea Donaldson gets the set assist. Donaldson will go back to serve now off the front line into the back row. Myers pass into the air. Miscommunication gives Donaldson the ace, as it was a good pop-up on the pass by Taylor Myers. Going into the back row, though, Kaylin Lewis and Haley Ledbetter could not communicate well, and it drops down between them, 8-7. Grace 1 point away from tying it up early on. Yamauchi bump up into the air in the back row. Chance for Sims, popped up by Donaldson. Stoddard passes it back row for Donaldson, who tries a hit attempt from the back line but can't get it to drop down. Yamauchi goes front line to Ledbetter off of Brenna Matthews, who couldn't pop it up into the air. Goes through her hands and down the hallway behind the court here, as a kill is going to be attributed to Haley Ledbetter. She is 4 out of 5 on kills. Yamauchi gets her 8th set assist. It's a 2-point edge for the Cardinals. 9-7, they lead. Reagan chooses a target from the back line, tosses it up and serves it down the middle. Matthews, clean pass to Stoddard, a little bit low, but she recovers, and Rigby will tip one across the net. Yamauchi, another chance to set now for Franson. She goes for a tip job at the net and goes short into the middle of the webbing, as that drops down for another error for Katie Franson. She has made 3 straight after getting a kill early on. 9-8, back to a 1-point edge for the Cardinals, as the Grizzlies will serve. Janessa Rigby sends it across, dug out and misplayed by Taylor Myers. This time it's Rigby coming up with the ace on the misplay in the back row by the Cardinals libero. And Janessa gets her first ace, only the 3rd ace of the match now for the Grizzlies. 9-9, all square here, as Rigby will run up. Lines one back row, popped up by Franson. Myers will bump it forward, and Ledbetter will free one high across the net. Matthews, clean pass to Stoddard. She'll set it up middle for Painter. Kylie drops it short, but played again by Sims. Free ball comes over by Taylor Myers. Bumped up, and a good pass by Matthews. Stoddard now goes far side. Shawnee Sherwood mistimed her run and hits it into the top of the net. That's her 5th hitting mistake of the match, and it's now 10-9, as Soda Springs back in front by 1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. 10-9, and they'll serve right to left. Katie Franson runs up, lines one short. Popped up in the back row by Rigby. Stoddard goes far side to Sherwood, and she'll just shortly free one across, pound the middle of the court. Katie Sims runs up to try and get to it, got a finger on it, but Shawnee Sherwood comes up with a kill, and Stoddard gets her 3rd assist. Matched at 10 once again now. And coming up, Brenna Matthews to serve. Long ball to the back line, just a hair long. Missed it by 6 inches off the back line. Brenna Matthews comes up with the service error, her first. And again, it'll be Ledbetter to serve for the Cardinals. Haley runs forward, Serves it across. Matthews goes to Stoddard. Back row set for Rigby. She tries the back line, but right there is Yamauchi. Set to the near side. Going down. Sims finds the back line from a diving Brenna Matthews. Katie Sims gets her 5th kill on a beautiful target shot to the back corner where there was no one in front. 12-10. The Cardinals building on their lead once again, up by 2. Ledbetter to serve. Goes back line once again, short, but Donaldson right there. Stoddard tips one across, trying to catch the Cardinals by surprise. They recover as Sims gets another chance. Right there is Rigby. Stoddard, back line, goes across for Sherwood. Good dig on the back line by Yamauchi. Pass goes to Sims, and she'll free one to the back row of the Grizzlies. Stoddard again sets at middle. This time Wood comes back line. Fantastic pass by Yamauchi on a reaching ball, and Sims will again get a chance to free it across. Stoddard for the Grizzlies, sets far side. Sherwood comes up, back line, was going out. Ledbetter tried to play it back in, and Shawnee Sherwood gets her 3rd kill back-to-back, and Stoddard with her 4th assist. 12-11. Back to a 1-point match. The Grizzlies have been playing catch-up so far for most of this match. And Stoddard will try and give them another tie. She'll send one across. Bad pass, but Patterson right there to get this one to Yamauchi. Spins it to the near side. Good diving play to keep it in play by Matthews. Donaldson with a good pass across, played by the Cardinals, and Sims frees it across. Stoddard goes into the middle. Wood goes back line. Yamauchi right there to dig it out. Goes across the net, and Wood cannot react quickly enough and hits it into the net for a hitting error that will cost her her 3rd. Wood has not been the same character we've seen so far for most of these matches this season that we've called for Grace, and gives up a point to the Cardinals there. It'll be Kaylin Lewis to serve. Long serve to the back line. Played into the air by Matthews. Stoddard sets it near side for Sherwood. Mistimes a run-up, trying to put some top spin onto it. Instead spins it underneath the net to the Cardinals side. And Shawnee, who's had the most hitting opportunities of the Grizzlies, comes up with her 6th error. It'll be Lewis to serve once again. Short serve played by Donaldson. Stoddard, good pass into Wood. Wood goes off the block to the right side. Again, it's Lexi Patterson. 3rd block for Lexi in the match. A timeout taken by the Grizzlies, trailing by 4, 15-11 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard here in set number 2. Second set being brought to you by Bear Lake Drug, by the way. They have everything you need to get better quick, and they carry durable medical equipment for purchase or for rent. Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier wants you to give them a call at 208-847-1421. By the way, they're also your sponsor, your block of the game. And right now, Lexi Patterson with 3 blocks is leading that race for the block of the game. Be sure to keep your eyes out as well for the set of the game, brought to you by Stoddard Farms in Grace. It reminds you that September means potato time. Not sure if you need russets, reds, or Yukons? Visit their website at stoddardfarms.com and follow the link to learn which variety is best for your needs. 4-point advantage for the Cardinals as they break out of the timeout huddle. It'll be Kaylin Lewis still with the serve. Haley Ledbetter, Katie Franson in the back row. On the front row, Lexi Patterson, as well as Katie Sims and Reagan Yamauchi on the front line. Grizzlies will respond with Wood, Sherwood, Stoddard, Donaldson, Rigby, and Matthews as their 6. Lewis to serve again, and so many times after a timeout it goes into the net, and this will continue to be a case for the Cardinals here as Kaylin Lewis serves one into the right side of the net. It's now a 3-point lead. The Grizzlies trying to go on a run of their own. Down by 3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as Sherwood serves back line. Patterson pops it into the air. Not a great pass, but they have a chance at offense as Lewis goes for the back row kill. Can't target inside the lines. Misses the left side by 1 foot, if anything, and comes up with her first hitting error from the back line. 15-13 now. Grace back within 2. Sherwood to serve it across. Patterson passes it near side. Franson bumps set into the middle and will be hit by Sims. Sims and Yamauchi miscommunicating as they both went for it, and Sims hits it into the net as she had to try and climb over Reagan's body. 15-14, a 1-point edge now as Sherwood again serves off the back line. Good calling out by Ledbetter there, watching it all the way to the line. Watched it sail over her head, and unfortunately for the Grizzlies, the run of Shawnee Sherwood will end with that service here. Down by 2, 16-14, a 2-point edge for the Soda Springs Cardinals. It'll be Taylor Myers again to serve. Lines one back row. Bumped up by Stoddard. Rigby gets a chance on the far side. Pops one across to the back row. Ledbetter goes to Yamauchi. Yamauchi to Myers, who hits a back row attempt. Popped up into the air twice by the Grizzlies, but both times back towards the back wall. And Taylor Myers from the back row gets the kill. Another assist for Yamauchi. That's her 10th, and it's 17-14 now with the Cardinals back up by 3. Myers to serve. She'll run up, and the junior lines one over. Pass towards the net. Donaldson sets it to the middle, and Stoddard will free one across. Ledbetter to Yamauchi. She'll set it near side. Coming up, Sims off the net. Popped up in the back row by Matthews. Stoddard, another chance for Rigby. Goes back line. Can't get it to find Hardwood. Is right there is Lewis. Ledbetter over to Yamauchi, who frees this one across. Stoddard, another chance to the middle of the court. Wood comes to try pop one down. Popped up into the air well, and now it's another chance for Taylor Myers, who was off balance trying to hit it and goes off the top of the net courts back onto the Cardinals side. Good attempt by Myers, but she couldn't get under it enough to get it over the net because of the off balance position. 17-15, back to a 2-point lead as Wood will serve one short. Another ace for Braley. Wood drops it in front of Katie Franson, and it goes as her second ace of the match. 17-16, back to a 1-point match. It'll be Braley Wood to serve. She'll run up, right-handed serve, high in the air and short. Passed up by Franson. She'll get it to Yamauchi. Back into the middle. It goes to Sims. Tries to spin one down. It'll be Stoddard into the air. Rigby gets it back to Stoddard for a back row attempt outside the left line, and it drops harmlessly to the turf. Stoddard with her first hitting error of the match gives the Cardinals another 2-point edge, 18-16. 7 points away from taking a 2-0 set lead. The Grizzlies trying desperately to stop them. It'll be Sims to serve. Line drive, back row. Good pass by Matthews to Donaldson. Back to Stoddard. Miscommunication between her and Sherwood. Grizzlies give the Cardinals an offensive chance. Franson comes up, powers one down from the middle. Yamauchi with another beautiful set to the middle of the court. Franson, another opportunity to make a run up and drops one down the left side. 19-16, a 3-point edge for Soda. It'll be Sims. Line drive serve to the back row, off the hands of Sherwood and into the Grizzlies bench on the left side. And that gives Katie Sims her second ace with no service errors, and it's a 20-16 match in favor of the Cardinals. Rotation coming up. Sims will serve. This one is going to not count, though, as a substitution was coming up for the Grace Grizzlies. The whistle had blown to allow Sherwood to check out and get Brianna Hill back into the match. 20-16 will redo the point. Katie Sims will come over to the left side of the court. Her left, our right. Swerving right to left, runs up and lines one just over the courts. Bumped up into the air, outside the net and outside of play. And another ace for Katie Sims. Back to back, she's got 3 of them to go with her 5 kills. 21-16, the Cardinals up by 5. It'll be another chance for Sims. She had a run up going and then paused it in the middle. Now she'll try it again. Serves one short. Matthews goes to the far side, bumped into the air, and then freed across by Stoddard with a great scramble. Yamauchi, another chance to set, though. Comes near side to Ledbetter. Takes her time on the run up, powers it down, and then misplayed by Franson at the net as it was dug back to the Cardinal side. And Franson didn't line herself up in where the ball was going to go. It glanced off her hands and down onto the Cardinal side. Franson with her 4th hitting error, and another serve coming up for Shea Donaldson. Short serve, played well though by the Cardinals. Near side Ledbetter with a chance, goes cross court. Bumped into the air, Stoddard over to the far side. Rigby goes to the middle where Sims there to play it, and it'll be a tip across the net by Yamauchi. Punch right back to the Cardinals, and Reagan gets another chance. Near side, Ledbetter tips one short, bumped up by Rigby. Stoddard tries to tip one down. Right there is Myers. Another chance for Yamauchi, comes to Ledbetter, high into the air off the block, tipped to the Cardinals side. Yamauchi again has another chance to set as Ledbetter this time mistimes the hit into the top of the net. Great rally by both teams, but Ledbetter didn't have enough in her to get the vertical leap to power one over the net. 21-18 with Soda Springs up by 3 still, and Donaldson with another serve attempt. Across the net it goes. Franson to Yamauchi, sets up Franson at the net, tips one off the block and down. Played the block well. Painter was in the right spot, but Franson hit off the top of her fingertips and dropped it down for another kill. That's her 3rd. Yamauchi gets her 12th set assist, and the Cardinals continue to hold that 4-point edge as Reagan goes back to serve for Soda Springs. Reagan, a sophomore, lines one to the back line. Bumped up by Hill. Stoddard sets this to the far side where Rigby comes cross court just a smidge off the line. 23-18 on the miss-hit ball on the far side by Rigby. Had the right idea. Again, that backside for the Cardinals has been open all game long, but Rigby could not take advantage of it there. Serve comes across again, this time to the left side of the court. Stoddard goes to Donaldson. She'll fire one long off the back row, and this time Donaldson comes up with another hitting error from the back line. 24-18. 6-point edge for Soda Springs, looking to take a dominant 2-0 edge in sets here in set number 2. Ball served across, Donaldson to Stoddard, tips one across, played by Ledbetter. It'll be Stoddard to the middle, sets up Franson off the block, bumped into the air though by Donaldson. Set goes over to the far side where Rigby frees it to the back line. It'll be a pass up ahead to Yamauchi, sets up Bartholomew, who drops it on the right side, and they think they tricked out everybody on the Grizzlies side. So many times the Cardinals have come cross court. This time Bartholomew goes her strong side and drops it down for the set point winner. 25-18, the Cardinals come away with the second set of this match, and they are one set away from closing out the Grizzlies in straight sets here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with MyLocalRadio.com. Back with your third set on the other side of this break on your home for all Caribou County athletics.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
So far, a highly anticipated battle for Caribou County has gone all the Cardinals' way, 25-17, 25-18. They've taken the first two sets of this match, but the Grizzlies, a team that has shown a lot of fight and a lot of spark so far this season, as they have been able to beat several teams bigger than them. They've taken down Marsh Valley, they've taken down Westside twice so far this season, and are looking to try and come back against another 2A school, but the Cardinals looking to try and say last year was no fluke, and this year trying to do it in straight sets against the Grizzlies of Grace. This third set being brought to you by Bassett Building and Supply. Bassett Building and Supply in Soda Springs provides a wide variety of building supplies, including lumber, paint, hardwood, and much more. Call them today at 208-547-3804. Go get them, Cardinals and Grizzlies. First serve coming up as well, which you know is brought to you by Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier, where they have all your prescription needs. While you're there, visit their gift shop for the perfect surprise for that special someone. That's Bear Lake Drug, the small town pharmacy that gives you a world-class service. Grace will have the serve. Shelby Stoddard goes over to the right side. She'll be serving right to left to open things out. 2-0 set lead for the Cardinals, looking to close out this match. Stoddard runs up, lines one back row. Ledbetter, poor pass up to the net, drops down to the ground, and it's an ace for Shelby Stoddard to start things out in this third set. 1-0 Grace leads. That's a good start for them, one that they needed to get going. Stoddard once again will look to run up and set this one, and this one lined across the net, bumped up into the air. Stoddard goes to the far side. Patterson goes down in front of the block as Wood could not time herself up. She and Donaldson both went too far over to the right, and coming back is Patterson, who drops it down to their left and gets herself her first kill. 14 set assists now for Reagan Yamauchi as well. We're all knotted up at 1 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Back to serve once again is going to be Ledbetter. Pass up forward to Stoddard for Grace, and it's going to be coming down from Rigby. Into the net, though, is going to go Lexi Patterson for a net violation on the block attempt, and the points will be given off to the Grace Grizzlies. First net violation for either team. 2-1 your score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Rigby back to serve. The senior lines one long off the back row. good idea, but a smart play in the back line by Taylor Myers to let that one drop. And the points will go back to to Soda Springs on the service error that time by Janessa Rigby. It's her first. Back to serve now. Kaylin Lewis sends one short. Stoddard pass up ahead to Donaldson. Tipped over the net. Cardinals need to free this one across, and Yamauchi will just get it over. Punched back across, but right there, Myers to play it forward. Stoddard, another chance to set for Grace. Gives Donaldson an opportunity. Comes cross court, but again into the net goes Lexi Patterson. Back-to-back net violations for Lexi, and that's 2 points that Grace has been gifted by the Cardinals middle. 3-2, Cardinals down to the Grace Grizzlies on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Grace trying to win this set as Wood will come up in the big middle, will line one just across the net, bumped into the air by Sims. Yamauchi sets up Sims in the middle, so try to go back line. Wood right there to pass it forward. Stoddard goes into the middle, and it's going to be Donaldson to free one across to the back line. Again, Yamauchi sets up Sims, back row, trying to get it down, but right there is Stoddard. Another free ball and a good scramble by the Grizzlies. We'll have the Cardinals giving another opportunity as Patterson goes back line. Wood pops it forward once again. Stoddard bump sets it to the middle, and Sherwood with a high free ball back to Soda Springs side. It'll be Yamauchi to Sims. Back line again, and Wood goes after a ball that was going out of the play and ends up falling in favor of the Cardinals on a kill that time by Lexi Patterson. Katie Sims comes up with that kill. So that will be Katie Sims' 6th kill of the match. Another set assist for Yamauchi. 3-3, and Myers will serve this one across. Rigby bumps into the front, and Donaldson will free one over to the right side. Myers gets to Yamauchi. Good pass for Sims once again from the far side. Goes back line off of Janessa Rigby. Back-to-back kills for Katie Sims, and the Cardinals have a 1-point edge, 4-3, on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Fantastic play for Soda Springs to come back in this, and it's all been offensive for them with a pair of kills by Katie Sims. They have been plagued so far with some errors, but have not let it affect their play, and another error will tie this match up, though, as Taylor Myers serves this one into the net. That's her 2nd service error. If there has been a real struggling place, it's been there. 9 service errors for the Cardinals. 4-4 so far, your set score. In the 3rd set, Cardinals up 2-1. Or none, into the middle. Sims again with another chance to drop it down. Picks on Rigby for a 3rd time, and Janessa Rigby cannot get this one into the air. It's now 8 kills for the Cardinals outside hitter, and the Cardinals lead 5-4. Sims once more a chance to serve now. She'll move to the back line, runs up and lines one back row of the Grizzlies. Brenna Matthews to Stoddard. She'll set it near side. Sherwood comes up, hits it into the net, and dropping down on the Grace side, Shawnee Sherwood picks up her 7th hitting error of the match. It's been a struggle. She does have 3 kills, but has not been consistent at the net. 6-4, back up by 2 are the Soda Springs Cardinals. Sims to serve, sends it across to Donaldson. Stoddard sets it middle where Painter tries to drop one through but tipped at the net. It'll be Yamauchi setting up Franson, who goes off of Donaldson on the left side. Katie Franson with her 4th kill, and the Cardinals have reeled off 3 straight points to build up their lead 2-3, 7-4, and a timeout taken by the Grace Grizzlies as they are on their heels and have been on their heels from the outset of this match. 7-4, Soda Springs on top by 3. Here in your 3rd set, being brought to you by Bassett Building and Supply. Bassett Building and Supply in Soda Springs provides a wide variety of building supplies, including lumber, paint, hardwood, and much more. Call them today at 208-547-3804. Go get them, Cardinals and Grizzlies. 7-4, Soda Springs on top, and really the fact of the match has been they have just not been afraid to hit it at people on the Grizzlies side whenever they have a chance to. Their serving has been targeted at certain members in certain areas of the court, and their hitting has really just been going where someone is at, forcing them, if they're on their heels or too close to the net, to have to try and play it off their back heels, which has never been an easy thing to do. Grace not able to adjust so far, and their play has been less than stellar with the amount of errors that they have made. 7-4, Cardinals on top as Sims will again serve. Back row popped up by Donaldson, played forward, and Stoddard will free one across. Ledbetter tips it too far, jousted for it at the net. Yamauchi loses it, tip back to the Cardinal side. Another joust. This time is going to be won over by Yamauchi and dropped down onto the side of the Grizzlies as Kylie Painter could not get it over the net, and that's going to be an error on her now that you look at it, as Yamauchi did not get the ball, and the ball was just hit into the net by Painter. It's an 8-point lead regardless for the Cardinals over the Grizzlies as Stoddard sets it to the middle. Tipped across by Painter. Ledbetter right there, though. Yamauchi sets it up for Haley on the far side. Back line, just a smidge long off the back row. Ledbetter couldn't find the inside. That's her third hitting error to go with her 4 kills. Back to a 3-point lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Grace to serve as Sherwood serves it over. Nobody reacts on the Cardinals. 4 players watch that one drop between them as Sims, Franson, Myers, and Lewis all want to drop on the back line for an ace for Shawnee Sherwood. Pick the right spot to serve it to. She'll send it to the left of that this time. Sims right there, passes it to Yamauchi outside the lines. Gets it back in for Franson to free it across to Stoddard. She'll set it near side for a shot down. Janessa Rigby finds the hardwood after Sims dives to play it into the air. And Janessa Rigby gets herself only her 2nd kill of the match on Stoddard's 5th assist. Very low numbers for both of them as Sherwood again serves it across to the near side. It'll be Yamauchi sending this one for Ledbetter off the block. Popped up by Sherwood. Played near side for Rigby again off the antenna, and the hitting error cost the Grizzlies a chance to tie it up as Rigby couldn't clean the ball up to the middle of the court. The set was a bit outside, but she didn't go cross court enough as a run-up left her trying to hit that one left-handed. Rigby picks up her 5th hitting error, 9-7 now. Reagan Yamauchi to serve. Lines one back row. Bumped up by Matthews. Stoddard again tips this one across. Yamauchi dives for it. Saves it across the net back to the Grizzlies side where a free ball will come back to Soda Springs. It'll be Bartlemy to the far side. Ledbetter tipped at the net but played up by Matthews. Stoddard a bump set into the far side for Donaldson who will spin one up and over high above the net where Yamauchi gets another chance to set up Ledbetter. Back row on the line for the right side as Ledbetter goes cross court. After 2 errors, she comes up with her 5th kill. Another assist, this time for the Cardinals, and Reagan Yamauchi gets her 19th. 10-7. Soda Springs continuing to build up their lead. Back up by 3 and hold on to it. Grizzlies threatening, but never able to come over that hurdle. It'll be Yamauchi to serve once again. Short serve bumped into the air by Donaldson. Good pass. Goes to Stoddard who tries to tip one down. Myers right there though. Passes to Stoddard to Ledbetter. Try and go back row. Into the net though is going to go Shelby Stoddard as that net violation cost the Grizzlies a point. Their first net violation, and it's 11-7. The Cardinals up by 4 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Back to serve is Reagan Yamauchi again. Short serve played by Donaldson. Good pass to Stoddard. She'll set near side where Rigby comes up. Powers one down, but into the net cords. That one, unfortunately, will be her 6th hitting error to only 2 kills, and it is a 5-point lead for the Cardinals, 12-7. Yamauchi again to serve for Soda Springs. Reagan tosses it up, sends this one short, but into the net, as that will be a service error for the Cardinals setter. Her first service error to go with her single ace. Now the only Cardinal server that has aces is Katie Sims without any errors. Ball passed across once again. It'll be Ledbetter to Yamauchi to Ledbetter again, and this one back row played by the Grizzlies. Freed across by Stoddard. It'll be sent to the far side and tipped over by Ledbetter, but Donaldson there for Grace. Stoddard near side. Rigby tips one over. Once again a 2-handed free ball. Punched across now by Bartlemy, who finds the open hole and drops it home. Fantastic thinking by the senior Bartlemy, who finds open space on the Grizzlies side. Just trying to keep that one in play after a good free ball put Yamauchi into a bad spot, and the Cardinals now lead this one 13-8 by 5. Ball sent over to Sherwood. Stoddard sets this one for Rigby, who goes back line. Yamauchi into the air, finds Bartlemy, and a free ball going to be sent over to the Grizzlies side, and somehow is going to drop as the Grizzlies collide for the ball. Can't get it to find a home over the net, and Lexi Patterson, just on a free ball scramble, comes up with a kill. Her 2nd. It'll be Franson to serve now, and this one lined across. Sherwood gets this one into Donaldson. Near side, Rigby comes up, fires one across. Franson there, though, to play it. Yamauchi passes it into the middle, and a free ball comes from Patterson. Bumped forward. Stoddard set this one to the middle. Wood tries to drop one down. Yamauchi with a two-handed hit, and that one is going to cost the Cardinals a point. The officials call a list, but for Yamauchi, it's a hitting error, and is her first of the match. 14-9. And Shelby Stoddard will again have a chance to serve. Shelby spins the ball in her left hand, runs forward, and lines one over. Bumped up in the back row by Sims. Fantastic play for a pass, and Ledbetter can free this one across. Sherwood to Stoddard for the Grizzlies. Wood goes back row. Right there, Yamauchi. Bartlemy with a bump set to the far side where Ledbetter tries to go back row. Played up by Sherwood. Matthews towards the net, and it's a punch up across the net by Stoddard, and now Stoddard and Patterson play pass back and forth across the net until Patterson just says, I'm done with this, and finds the ground in front of Stoddard, who drops down to the hardwood, and Stoddard comes up hurt and injured as she was put in an awkward position going down, and a timeout is going to be taken by the Grizzlies. You hope that Shelby Stoddard okay, as she was again put in an awkward position. She's holding the inside of her right thigh as the trainer for the county comes over, and he will take a look at Stoddard. You really hope it's not a tear, because that could be something that would sit Stoddard down for several weeks. Luckily early on in the season, if it is, you hope it's just something that's strained, and just icing it will keep her in play. Of course, the Grizzlies with a very tough tournament coming up in the next couple of days, as they're going to be going up to the West Jefferson Volleyball Tournament. By the way, we'll be at the West Jefferson Volleyball Tournament as well, covering Grace, North Gem, and Soda Springs. Our first match will start at 8:50. We'll have an 8:30 pregame show to get you set for the tournament itself, and then we'll have matches at 8:50 as well as 9:40. Then we'll also be on the air at 10:20 and 11:10 with matches for Grace and Soda Springs, and then the tournament play will actually begin with North Gem, Soda Springs, and Grace getting on the air when applicable. 15-9, here your score, though, tonight. We'll be on air tomorrow night as well with Soda Springs, and they're looking to ride a 2-0 record into the matchup with Marsh Valley. Haley Ledbetter to serve for the Cardinals. The junior moves to the back line, stands on the baseline of the basketball court before running up and sending one short. Matthews to Stoddard, who stays in the match, comes to Rigby. He goes cross court and outside the line, not tipped by the Cardinals, and Rigby can't find the blue hardwood lines, and that one is her third straight hitting error. 16-9, the Cardinals up by 7. And Ledbetter again to serve, left to right on your radio dial. Sends this one across, bumped up by Sherwood. Stoddard now sets it to the near side for Donaldson, who spins one, blocked at the net. A stuff block by Lexi Patterson. That's her fourth block, and it makes it an 8-point lead for the Cardinals, who are pulling away in this third set, looking for the sweep. Haley Ledbetter to serve once again. Right-hander serving from the left side, lines one back row. Sherwood pops it into the air. Nobody reacts after the initial hit, and Ledbetter comes up with an ace, and it's her second to go with her 2 hitting errors. Service errors, I should say. 18-9 now, a 9-point advantage for the Cardinals of Soda Springs. Looking for the sweep as Ledbetter moves this one across, bumped up back row, and again it's going to be a tough play for Sherwood in the back line. Drops down to the hardwood inside the bleachers, and it goes as another ace for Ledbetter, her third now. Back to back, and the Cardinals lead by 10. A double-digit advantage in the third set of this match. Donaldson passes this serve up ahead. Wood comes up to the net, goes back line, just on the back line, and Wood comes up with the kill. Braylee Wood stops the run, and Shelby Stoddard gets her 6th set assist, 19-10. And back to Rigby to serve. The senior will line one just over the net, played by Patterson. Over to Sims, goes the pass, played down. Wood will bump one into the air and tipped across the net. Patterson fires one back over. Stoddard there, gets it to Donaldson. Back to Wood, goes back line, but right there Yamauchi. High pass into the air, gives this one over to Patterson. Blocked at the net, played back across into the back line once again for Patterson. Sharp shooting it over. That's her 4th straight kill, and she comes away with a point that will give the Cardinals a 20-10 lead, despite the block at the net of Braylee Wood for her 3rd. 20-10. Cardinals right now trying to push this lead over and finish what has been a dominant performance on their side offensively and defensively. It'll be Kaylin Lewis to serve. Sends one high and short. Rigby gives this one to Donaldson. Back to Rigby. She'll go back line, but right there is Ledbetter. Ledbetter to Yamauchi. Over far side. Sims now goes back row. Too strong for Katie Sims. Couldn't find the end line, and that will be her first error after making 3 straight kills on her attempts. 20-11, still a 9-point edge for the Cardinals. Comfortable lead as Braylee Wood will get set to serve for Grace. High serve, back row. Patterson into the air. Sims sets this one for Patterson, who frees a high ball across to Stoddard. Donaldson sets it middle for Painter. Off the block. Dug back over to the Grizzlies side. Rides the net, but a lift is going to be called on Painter at the net for the Grace Grizzlies, her third mistake made, and it's 21-11, although that was really just an unfortunate placement of that pass for her as it goes off the net cords and dropped right into her lap. 21-11, as serving will be 21, and Myers gives it across. Bopped into the air. Donaldson, back row set chance for Rigby. She goes back line where Myers right there able to get it up and set up for Sims, and she finds the hardwood after it was blocked into the air at the net by Painter. Nobody there to react, and Painter and Oakley Jensen watch the ball bounce behind them as it drops to the hardwood. Another kill for the Cardinals, and this one's sent across. 22-11, Cardinals doubling up the Grizzlies as Oakley Jensen tries to go back line. Ledbetter to Yamauchi to Sims, drops one short, popped into the air by Matthews, set to the near side, and off the block goes Oakley Jensen. That's her first kill of the match. Stoddard comes up with another assist on the match, her 7th, and the Grizzlies back within 10 as Donaldson will run back to serve. Sends one back row. Ledbetter clean pass to Yamauchi. Sets this one middle. Sims tips it across. Dug back over to the Cardinal side. Ledbetter to Yamauchi. Over to Sims. Tipped again at the net where it's going to be a pass attempt, a deck into the Cardinal side. And it's going to drop down eventually. And a kill will not be awarded. But it is a point to the Grizzlies as Ledbetter collided with Myers in the back line of the Cardinals. Donaldson again to serve. Back row. Off the line on the near side. 23-13 as Donaldson can't quite find the inside of the blue lines on her serve. That's her first service error. The 6th service error for the Grace Grizzlies, and the Cardinals back up by 10 once again. 23-13 as now Cooper Evans will check into the match for the Cardinals as the freshman setter for the JV or C team will end up coming in to see if she can get some playing time. Stoddard sets it near side. Oakley Jensen blocked at the net, but it rolls along the block and down as that one denied by the Cardinals, but to the wrong side of the net, and Oakley Jensen comes up with another kill on the near side with Stoddard getting her 8th assist. It'll be back to Oakley to serve now. Lines one high over the net cords. Bumped into the air. Cooper will set this one into the middle, and Cedar tries to drop one down. Played up, though, by Donaldson. Near side Rigby tries to go back row. Sims over to Cedar, who bumps this one up for Ledbetter. Goes cross court high into the air for Rigby. Stoddard tips it over to the net. Ledbetter right there. Cooper will set this one over to the far side for Ledbetter. Off the block, and down it goes. Haley Ledbetter gets another kill. That's her 7th of the match, and Cooper Evans gets her first varsity assist here in their second match. Cooper again to serve, takes a step forward. That's her first serve of the varsity, I should say, as Stoddard will now set it to the near side. Rigby comes up, finds some open ground, and Janessa Rigby, who's had a rough night, finds her 3rd kill. Stoddard gets her 9th assist. 24-15 now. The Grace Grizzlies down by 9 and needing a run as Brenna Matthews will get set to serve. The libero for the Grizzlies on the back line. Holds the ball out, tosses it up, and sends one back row. Bumped up by Sims. Cooper Evans goes far side. Right there, Kaylin Lewis into the block at the net. Dropped down, and that one will be a hitting error on Kaylin Lewis, her 2nd. Didn't think she got it high enough for that one to be called a block as Brenda Matthews will run up, lines this one over. Bumped up back row. It'll be a bump set to the far side for Lewis. Off the block at the net. Played high into the air as Stoddard will try and free this one across. Played into the middle, and coming up from the back line, Taylor Myers fires one through from the back row as the Cardinals libero comes up with her 2nd kill of the match, and Soda Springs runs away with 3 straight set wins over the Grace Grizzlies, 25-17, 25-18, 25-16, as the Grizzlies go back to the drawing board after a struggle tonight, and the Cardinals move to 2-0 on the official match season as they are off to the best start that they could have hoped for, 6 sets and 6 victories. We'll take a break. When we come back here, the post-game show will be next, and we'll give you a look at who our setter of the match is, as well as where our block of the game comes from, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug and Stoddard Farms. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Here's a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 8th through the 14th in Soda Springs. We start off with 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef for $2.99 a pound. You can also grab yourself fresh, large Honeycrisp apples for $2.88 a pound, or blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries at $1.88 a package. Wrap it all up with dessert with Tillamook 56-ounce select varieties of ice cream for $3.99. That's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
How'd I do?
You'll get better. Tim can't wait to be a real driver. But for now, he's king of the online track thanks to Silver Star Communications high-speed internet. Reliable, consistent speeds give him the edge against players anywhere, even the other end of the couch.
Whoa. You'll get better.
Visit silverstar.com to learn more.
Welcome back out to Grace High School, where the Soda Springs Cardinals could not have dreamed of a better start to their season. A strong performance against Kemmerer, followed up by a very strong performance here against Grace. They win it 25-17, 25-18, 25-16 in straight sets over the Grace Grizzlies. Let's take a look at our final numbers here in our post-game show. Starting off with the Grace Grizzlies, they were led in kills by both Shawnee Sherwood and Janessa Rigby. 3 kills for each of them. Both of them also had 7 hitting errors. That would prove to be a problem for the Grace Grizzlies on the night when it came to their play at the net. 2 kills as well for Oakley Jensen and Braley Wood, and 1 kill for Shelby Stoddard. 26 total errors at the net on the night for the Grace Grizzlies. That's a number that they have not come close to so far this season, but definitely struggled with on the year. 11 total kills for the Grace Grizzlies as well. They did have 9 set assists from Shelby Stoddard, 10 total assists in the match, another very low number for what this team is used to. And as far as the serving game goes, 50-50, 6 aces and 6 errors on the match in the night. They were led by Braley Wood with 2 aces, also had an ace from Stoddard, Rigby, Sherwood, and Donaldson. Braley Wood did play well at the net. She had 3 blocks at the net and played extremely well in her time there. As far as for the Cardinals, they were led on the night by Katie Sims, 9 total kills. She had 6 errors in the match, but that was overpowered by her good play at the net. Good setting as well from Reagan Yamauchi, had 22 assists to lead them in that category. As far as other players, Haley Ledbetter, 7 kills right on the heels of Katie Sims, but only 3 hitting errors to get to those 7 kills. Lexi Patterson came on strong, 4 straight kills to close it out. 4 kills as well for Katie Franson, mixed in with 4 hitting errors. 1 error for Reagan Yamauchi, 2 errors for Kaylin Lewis, 2 kills for Alexa Bartlemeu, big ones at the end of matches or sets as well. Taylor Myers ended up with 2 kills, 1 error for the libero as well. 19 errors on the night for the Soda Springs Cardinals. 28 kills, a fantastic number to start things off with for Soda Springs this match. 23 total assists and a chance to get in some of the younger players as Cooper Evans was able to get out there as well. They were led in aces by Katie Sims and Haley Ledbetter, 3 aces apiece on that night. 1 ace for Kaylin Lewis, 1 ace for Reagan Yamauchi, 1 for Lexi Patterson, and 1 for Taylor Myers. 10 errors in the match for the Cardinals serving. That is a place where they'll still have work left to do. 4 blocks for Lexi Patterson at the net and 2 net violations for Lexi as well. But when you're blocking 4 shots at the net, that's definitely something you can get away with for the Cardinals. Again, they come away with 3 straight sets over the Grace Grizzlies, 25-17, 25-18, 25-16, and the Cardinals will look to try and rebound after this. We'll continue our post-game show after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30.
Mama, come on. Say Mama.
Listen, if I could talk, I'd tell you I'm almost 2 and still not responding. That's one sign of a communication disorder, and delaying treatment can affect my development.
Many parents aren't aware of the early signs of speech, language, and hearing disorders, yet early detection and treatment can improve quality of life.
Come on, say Dada.
Ugh, here we go.
Identify the signs of communication disorders. Identifythesigns.org.
Students, when I call the reason for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Too tired, family trip, sick day, starting the holidays early.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to Grace High School on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. Trying to give away our awards as the set of the game. We're going to give this one to a full setter. Reagan Yamauchi, 22 set assists in 3 sets. A fantastic night for her. Had a very good time setting up the Cardinals for some good kills. That being brought to you by Stoddard Farms. Stoddard Farms in Grace invites you to visit their website at stoddardfarms.com for their farmers market updates. They're hoping to have Reds and Yukons available for purchase starting September 15th if weather permits. They also hope to have Russets available for purchase on Monday, September 19th. Again, updates can be viewed at stoddardfarms.com. They're bringing you your setter of the match. Reagan Yamauchi coming away with that award. Block of the match, that's going to go to all 4 blocks made by Lexi Patterson. She was a wall at the net tonight, and that is being brought to you by Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier, where they have all of your prescription needs. While you're there, visit our gift shop for the perfect surprise for that special someone. Bear Lake Drug, the small town pharmacy that gives you world-class service. Those are your post-game awards. Time for our post-game sports update. Time for us to sit down now with Landon Wheeler from the Grace Grizzlies football team here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. Caleb Burgraff joined with senior Landon Wheeler from the Grace football team. And Landon, you guys are now 1-1 on the season. A very tough test coming in here against Oakley to open up district play. What was that like for you guys out there on the field in a game that you guys competed in but lost 36-14?
Honestly, Oakley, in my opinion, wasn't better than us. We just didn't capitalize on their mistakes. We had mistakes too. They had mistakes. They capitalized on ours. We didn't capitalize on theirs.
There was also a lot of emotions in this game. There were some injuries that took place early on in the game, and also, as you said, some mistakes that were made by you guys early on. What was it like trying to bounce back from some of those things, and did that affect your play at all on the field?
In the JV game, we had 2 players get injured. Our one actually played part of the varsity game, and he ended up going to the hospital a little bit later. I think we all were doing our best, and then when he got hurt, it kind of took a little bit out of us, and we kind of lost that mental game in the 3rd quarter, and we luckily we got it back in the 4th.
When you guys think about what Oakley brought to the table and as that first taste of this new conference, do you feel like you sent a little bit of a message, though, in the way that you held them being the defending state champions and being a team that has a very high-powered offense to only the 36 points?
Honestly, I think we should have done a lot better against Oakley. It should have been a 1-touchdown game if we were going to lose to them. I just wish our line we could have blocked better. We still have a couple things we need to hone our skills on, and if we can do that, hopefully we can prepare better for Raft River and Valley and our next upcoming card games.
I know you're on the offensive and defensive line. One of the other things that was being focused on, though, was in the secondary with the linebackers and the defensive backs. How much improvement was there for them going into that game against Oakley after the first game against Butte?
Our defensive backs in the game, we did a lot better than against Butte. We were able to stay on the receivers a lot easier. We still struggled. We can definitely improve in that area. Hopefully we can get to the point where it's almost impossible for the receivers to get the ball.
This week you guys are going to be traveling to Murtaugh, first road test of the season for you guys. What is important in this game? What are you guys going to be looking to do in this game to get back onto that winning stretch?
We just need to focus on Murtaugh and look to the future and not worry about the past. If we can do that, we should be victorious.
Well, I appreciate you talking, Landon. Hopefully we'll be talking about you guys coming away with a victory this weekend, and we'll be looking forward to hearing what the Grace Grizzlies are up to.
Thanks, Caleb.
That was Landon Wheeler from the Grace football team. They are going to be on the road as they will be taking on Murtaugh on the road on Friday night at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the road on Friday night as the Soda Springs Cardinals will be taking on the Ryrie Bulldogs in a matchup between them as they look for their first win of the season against the 2-0 Ryrie Bulldogs, who have wins against the Star Valley JV and Malad going into that. Tomorrow night, though, we're going to be on the air as well. We'll get to that in a second, but right now, let's remind you to thank you for tuning in to this post-game show. The proceeding has been a sports production production and a sports broadcast of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting. No portion of this production can be used or rebroadcast without expressed written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Once again, our final score on today's Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard is 3-0. The Cardinals come away with the victory. Join us tomorrow night when the Cardinals take on the Marsh Valley Eagles, as they will look to try and take down the 3A Eagles for their third straight win to start out the season. We'll be on air at 6:40 with the pregame show and 7 o'clock with the first serve if matches progress as accordingly to plan. Tonight's executive producer is Val Cook. I'd also like to thank our sales team of Julie Burley and Kim Miller. Office manager Kayleen Anderson does a fantastic job as well, and our photographer, Warren Cook, was here tonight, so look for those photos on mylocalradio.com in the weeks to come. He should also be at the match tomorrow night for the Soda Springs Cardinals and the Marsh Valley Eagles. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you to our fine sponsors for being here on our show and our program. Until our next time on the air, let's go Caribou County.
Another game is in the books, and we would like to thank you for tuning in and supporting Caribou County Volleyball on KBRV 800 The Bear. This broadcast has been brought to you by
Monsanto, Hunsaker Ford, Silver Star Communications, and by mylocalradio.com.
Be sure to visit mylocalradio.com for archived versions of this and other games, as well as updates and interviews with local teams throughout the school year. And don't forget to join us for our next broadcast of Caribou County Volleyball on KBRV The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.